where is the best place to retire? But here's the twist. It's probably not about finding the single best place for everyone.
No, definitely not.
It's really a personal journey,
Yeah.
right? Based on what you need, what you prioritize.
That's exactly it. And that's why you see these rankings that seem to completely contradict each other.
Right. Like Kiplinger says Florida's number one.
Yep. But then you look at Bankrate, and they have New Hampshire first, and Florida. It's way down, actually, in their bottom 10.
So what gives? Is someone wrong?
Well, no, not really. It just shows they value different things. Bankrate, they're really weighting, affordability and safety quite heavily.
Okay.
Kiplinger, on the other hand, they seem to focus more on stuff like low taxes and how much the state funds senior programs.
Ah, so it's about the methodology, the priorities behind the ranking.
Exactly. It reflects what they think is most important.
That makes sense. So our mission today, then, is to give you a kind of framework
Yeah, a way to think about it.
to help you understand these trade-offs and build your own personal retirement checklist or index.
Let's start with the big one. Money. Affordability.
Yeah, beyond just the headline cost of living numbers, what does affordable actually mean when you're retired?
Well, it gets pretty complex fast. It's so much more than just, say, the average home price.
Okay, like what?
Like home care costs. In Mississippi, the hourly rate is incredibly low, maybe around $24 an hour.
Wow, okay.
But then you jump over to Hawaii, assisted living there averages almost $140,000 a year.
Whoa, that's a massive difference.
Huge. And even housing, Florida's average might be around $386,000. But if you look at a really desirable spot like Albemarle County in Virginia, the median can easily be $550,000.
So location within a state matters hugely too.
Absolutely. It's about what specific services you anticipate needing and where you can afford them.
And taxes, of course.
Oh.
That's always a hot topic. We hear a lot about no state income tax states.
Right.
Florida, Wyoming, New Hampshire.
Right. That's a big draw for many.
But is it the whole story? Are there, hidden tax burdens?
Often, yes. Take New Hampshire again. No income tax, true. But their property tax rate, it's quite high, 1.41%.
Okay.
Compare that to Wyoming, also no income tax, but their property tax is much lower, like 0.55%. So you might save on income tax, but pay a lot more in property tax.
So you have to look at the total tax picture.
Definitely. And then there are states like Pennsylvania, which do something interesting. They don't tax retirement income from things like 401ks, IRAs, or pensions.
Oh, that could be a really significant saving for a lot of retirees.
It can be huge depending on your retirement savings structure.
Okay, so once you sort of mapped out the finances, what's usually next on the priority list? For many, I imagine it's healthcare.
Absolutely. It's often non-negotiable, especially as we age.
So how do states stack up there?
Well, according to the Commonwealth Fund, states like Massachusetts, Hawaii, and New Hampshire rank very high for overall health system performance.
Okay, the top performers.
But those same states, they're often among the most expensive for long-term care, like assisted living.
Ah, the trade-off again.
Yeah.
Quality often comes with cost.
Exactly. So if you anticipate needing significant health care, maybe that higher cost is worth it. For someone else, maybe moderate quality at a lower cost is better, freeing up money. It's very personal.
And it's not just the quality of care, but can you actually get care? Access to doctors.
That's a critical point. There's a big gap between urban and rural areas.
How big?
Urban areas might have around 31 physicians per 10,000 people. Rural areas like 401ks, IRAs, or pensions.
Oh, that could be a really significant saving for a lot of retirees.
It can be huge depending on your retirement savings structure.
Okay, so once you sort of mapped out the finances, what's usually next on the priority list? For many, I imagine it's healthcare.
Absolutely. It's often non-negotiable, especially as we age.
So how do states stack up there?
Well, according to the Commonwealth Fund, states like Massachusetts, Hawaii, and New Hampshire rank very high for overall health system performance.
Okay, the top performers.
But those same states, they're often among the most expensive for long-term care, like assisted living.
Ah, the trade-off again.
Yeah.
Quality often comes with cost.
Exactly. So if you anticipate needing significant health care, maybe that higher cost is worth it. For someone else, maybe moderate quality at a lower cost is better, freeing up money. It's very personal.
And it's not just the quality of care, but can you actually get care? Access to doctors.
That's a critical point. There's a big gap between urban and rural areas.
How big?
Urban areas might have around 31 physicians per 10,000 people. Rural areas, that drops to about 13.
Wow, less than half.
Yeah. Wyoming, for example, has a particularly low ratio, around 19 per 10,000 overall.
And that matters more when you think about how much healthcare costs over retirement.
It really does. Estimates suggest a 65-year-old retiring in 2025 might spend something like $172,500 on health care throughout their retirement.
That's a staggering number.
It is. So access to care now and in the future has to be part of the calculation.
Okay, financials, healthcare. Let's shift to the things that make life enjoyable. Quality of life stuff. Climate's a big one.
Always. The classic four seasons versus endless summer debate.
Right. Florida sounds great with year-round warmth.
It does. But then you factor in, hurricane season, potentially high AC bills.
Good point. And the alternative, four seasons.
Beautiful for sure. But you're looking at heating costs, maybe snow removal hassles. Again, it's personal preference versus practical cost and effort.
And what about feeling safe? Community connection.
Hugely important. New Hampshire, interestingly, scores #1 for neighborhood safety in that bank rate study we mentioned. Right. And community feel, small towns can be incredibly close-knit, which is great, but maybe lacks privacy for some.
Everybody knows your business factor.
Right. And transportation is key for independence, too. Lots of popular spots in Florida, for instance, you really need a car. Whereas a place like Concord, New Hampshire, actually has specific senior transit programs, and they don't have income restrictions. Makes getting around easier.
Good practical point. Now let's think outside the box a bit. Or outside the country, rather. Retiring abroad.
Yeah, it's becoming more popular. Potential for lower costs, maybe a different kind of quality of life.
Where are people looking?
You hear a lot about places like Panama, Portugal, Mexico, Costa Rica.
What are the practicalities there, like visas?
It varies. Panama, for example, has this pensionado visa, requires about $1,000 USD a month in pension income. Pretty accessible for some.
And Portugal?
Portugal has the D7 visa, needs around 820 NORs a month in passive income, plus you need to live there at least 183 days a year.
Okay, and taxes internationally, that sounds complicated.
It can be. Panama, for instance, mostly taxes income earned in Panama. Portugal residents generally declare worldwide income. But, and this is canon for Americans, you still have tax obligations to the IRS.
Ah, Uncle Sam always finds you.
Pretty much. Though often, tax treaties help avoid double taxation. But navigating the local systems, the culture, that's often the bigger challenge than just the numbers.
So we've covered a lot of ground, and it really brings us back to the start.
Yep. No single best place.
It really is about building your own scorecard.
That's the key takeaway. Create your personal retirement index. Pick the, say, 3 to 5 factors that matter most to you. Rank them.
So if healthcare access is your absolute top priority, a 5 out of 5.
Right. And maybe property taxes are less critical, like a 3 out of 5.
No.
That immediately helps you filter location.
You start seeing the trade-offs clearly.
Exactly. Wyoming might look great financially, but maybe the healthcare access isn't there for you. Massachusetts. World-class healthcare, but you'll pay more. It's about aligning your list with what each place offers.
Makes sense. So finding that sweet spot, balancing costs you can manage, healthcare you trust, and a community where you feel you belong. That seems like the goal.
That's the goal. Finding your balance.
A location tailored to your unique priorities.
And here's something to think about as we wrap up. Your needs aren't static. They'll likely change throughout retirement.
Good point.
So the question for you is, what factors will you put at the top of your retirement index right now? And how might you anticipate those priorities shifting down the road?